Today I'm going to be talking about Wailea Gold, golf course in Maui that I recently played. Totally not going to be an amazing vlog, right? But I'm going to tell a story after you see the intro that I'm trying to build to brand the company. Yes, the company. After I do that, come back and then I'll tell a story and then we'll look at some golf footage. Okay, here you go. So the first time I played Wailea Emerald, so what you should know before I even get into this is there's the Wailea Emerald, Gold, and Blue. Emerald and Gold are at a piece of property that shares the same clubhouse. Blue is at a different clubhouse that's like right across the street from a hotel in a part of Maui that's very touristy, and there's lots of fancy shops, and you can spend tons of money. Because of that, the golf courses are obviously going to reflect the market that they're around. That being said, the first time I played Wailea Emerald was when I played Hawaiian golf really for the first time, basically. And I'd played Kapalua Plantation, which is, I don't know, I'm really lucky, but like a top 15 golf course that I've ever played. To compare Emerald to that, and then also after experiencing Wailea Gold, I better understand what you're getting when you go to Wailea. So Wailea Emerald seems to be like the choice for a lot of people who want to go out, have a course where they could miss a little bit. It's more wide open. My frustration with the course was it was a little bit too much of a muni design on a really nice piece of land, but it had really cool false fronts and hitting up hills that I really liked. And that's been a theme of like my Hawaiian golf experience, right? Ko'olina is like that, but maybe I was naive going into Hawaiian golf where some of these things were frustrating because I was honestly playing some of the best golf courses in the world. And I was expecting more from courses that really it's unreasonable to expect more from. So the Wailea Gold course is viewed as the harder course because it has more bunkers and it's narrower. So if those two things sound not fun, I wouldn't recommend playing it because the Emerald's more wide open and has fewer bunkers. That being said, for me personally, I thought it was a more interesting looking golf course and it had more variety for what I was looking for. Now, towards the end of the back nine, it does that thing I don't absolutely love where it's like go out, come back in, very similar holes. The variety of holes didn't feel as great, but there's a strong start to this course that I feel like is the strongest of the properties that I've played. I've yet to play the blue course. When I go back, I'm going to play the blue course. So, and then I'll probably go through all three of the properties and give you my take on who the courses are for, but I think I've already kind of explained that previously. I wanted to tell a story before I go into the footage because the story kind of gave me some great perspective, and it kind of probably, if you're the person watching this, you might be this person I tell the story about. And it's not normally when you tell a story, you're making fun of someone and how smart I am and I'm the cool. This isn't one of those stories. So I finished my round, and the great thing about the Wailea course is it's easy. You go, you check in, you pay your fee. If you need to rent clubs, they do it all the time. They know how to rent you clubs. Everything is very simple. And there's something nice about that on vacation. And if you're in Hawaii, you're already spending money. This might be a course. This might be the greatest course you ever play. And they know how to accommodate you and make the experience seamless and easy. And there's something that's great about that, right? I quite like that a lot. So as you go there or as you start to experience it, you start to pick up on those things, right? The first time you go, for me, I go to any course, especially courses that don't have like a posh, high profile feel to them. You don't know what to expect. It's like the first time I played Bandon Dunes, the only times I played Bandon Dunes, I didn't know any of the holes. So it was this amazing experience because the holes unveiled in front of me. And to this day, I can't even recall all of the holes that I played, and I played it in rain. So I play this course, and one of the big features are there's bits of lava that play within the course that I'll show you features of. and you have a lot of ocean views. And coming from California, I'm very lucky where there's a lot of courses we play that have ocean views. So if you're from the Midwest, if you're from other places, that might not be the case. But for me, I hate to say it, there's times where I'm numb to it. But when I went to Scotland, all of a sudden I'm a big ocean views guy. But in California, Hawaii, somehow the ocean views don't hit me the same. It feels more normal. And that's just a perspective thing, right? So the Gold Course was used for a skins game with big famous players back in the day. And that's the remarkable thing about it. It's a championship course. It's hard. The greens are really, really fast. I think I 3 or 4 putted a bunch of times. It's not a good course if you're like, man, I got to play for the number and it's just probably not the one unless you're really dialed or you play it a lot. It's not the place to go. But come down 18, and 18 finishes very nice. It finishes to the point where you're hitting down a hill and into this beautiful ravine in which you can see the ocean. And I sit there and I hit my shot, and I think I can show it to you in the footage, which we'll get into. And I come up short, and I think I bogeyed it. It's rather unremarkable, but for me, I think that's probably like a par, right? I'm an average golfer. Go back to the clubhouse, and this family had finished, and it was obvious. It's a wife and some kids, and they had rented clubs. And they finished with a smile on their face, and they said, that was the greatest round of golf I ever played. And I think that is more what this course is about. People that maybe don't feel as comfortable playing big marquee golf courses, the fancy, quote unquote, fancy courses, but have the money to spend on golf, but don't feel as comfortable and want to play with some island vibes, some good views, and some holes that are unique to them. That's the person that we often overlook when giving takes on golf courses, right? I always try to mirror maybe the opinions of people that I think if I played golf when I was younger and am burn out, but have a cool stoic opinion, I could be like the no laying up guys or the fried egg guys. And maybe sometimes you start to parrot their opinions because they just seem so knowledgeable, and anytime someone's burnt out a little bit, they just seem way cooler in offering an opinion. But we often don't talk about, or maybe I don't tune into the content. It's content-driven world. Maybe I don't listen to as much. The reasonable takes that sometimes golf courses can just be a great experience that are welcoming to everybody. Even if it's expensive, it can be the greatest experience of the life for someone who's never experienced that. And I think that's the feeling of Wailea in a nutshell, is that. Now, is that Wailea blue? I don't know, because that's a different course, but that fits the gold and emerald to a T for me. So let's get into the footage, and then I will talk some more. So I'm going to start like a hater on the front line. This is what I love about this course. Look at how cool that looks. And this is what I don't like. This looks literally just like a generic laid out golf course that could be anywhere. And that kind of gives you the contrast. The greens here, really Bermuda, grainy. But as you can see, you can also see that beautiful ocean view from this hole. I don't even know what this is, but it just looks freaking cool. Love a little tree that looks like that. It's just the super Hawaiian Gulf Island vibe, you know. If you want to vibe out and get yourself some island vibes, this is the place. I think this is, can't even recall what this is. This is like the worst vlog ever. I'm just showing you. Oh, this might have been this really cool par 3 on the back nine. I know 17 was a hole that I was really drawn to. Maybe that was that. Just views. I'm just running my yapper because this happened a long time ago. But here you go. This is kind of a little bit of that strategy golf that maybe you don't like. You have to fly the ball, hit it high, get it in there. Here's the lava that I really enjoyed that I talked about. So it just makes the course look a little bit different because you're hitting over stuff and it's neat, you know. But if you look, there's not much to miss. You have to miss right. Once again, this is kind of a neat shot that suits my eye for a par 3. There's water, but it's also very target golf. So this is the target execution test at Wailea. I personally found it the most fun, but I could see not liking it. This, I think, is the signature hole too. So thank you for sticking with me this week. This is week 1 of 3 weeks in Hawaii. Next week, you are going to get the treat of getting to see me talk about King Kamehameha Golf Course. Golf course or golf club? I'm not sure. So if that sounds good, next Wednesday, that is what you have in store. So until then, I will talk to you later.